to get in, and we are live. Yay! Hi! I'm so glad you guys are here. Woohoo! Trying to get a few minutes to get in, which is kind of why we gave you guys 5 minutes. But while we're waiting, why don't you guys go ahead and start chiming in where you're from? And I got this live on too, which is kind of cool. My first Periscope.
We've got Kim from Texas. Let's see.
Yeah.
Donna from St. Louis. Denise from Michigan. Louise is in Oregon. Hey. I'm in Oregon. I'm in Portland.
Nice.
Betty is in...
Any SoCalers? No Southern California folks?
I just saw someone from... Susan's from SoCal.
It's really hot today, so people are probably outside.
Right.
Awesome. Somebody from New Zealand? All the way from New Zealand?
Wow. I think we should share... So I'm Kelly.
Oh, I'm Orleatha.
Because our kitchen ninja, she's the one who seriously is a ninja at this meal prep. She could prep a week of meals in probably 20 minutes.
I go slow because, I want to be able to answer questions.
Right.
Really...
Jessica's over there looking beautiful.
Hi, everyone. Hey, Kelly, real quick. I can't see anybody's comments in here, so I can't help moderate.
Did you click on chat?
Yeah, it's not there.
Cool, my husband's over there moderating.
Yay, me.
Yeah.
Well, I want to be able to help, too.
I know. It's okay.
Fly over here, Jessica, and man Periscope. So, hi, all the scopers.
Oh, Isabel's from Portugal. That's
Yeah,
Portugal for when I was young. So, welcome.
Nice. I love it. We're finding out where people are from. It's funny because somebody said Texas, and there's a football game going on over there. I love football. I'm a football junkie. So football season's on. My TV has football on it. So if you see me going like this every now and then, it's because I'm watching football. So I can watch football and prep at the same time.
Yeah. I also there is a delay. So if you notice that we're talking and what we're saying is not making sense or we're not answering your questions, there is probably a 30-second delay. And
so there's a 30-second delay. And that's cool. So for those of you who are members who are prepping along with me, I am doing this week's meal plan, paleo meal plan. I know you know we have classic, we have vegetarian, we have AIP, we have paleo. My family is paleo, so I do the paleo plan, so that's what I'll be prepping today. If you are a member, all you have to do is switch on over to the step-by-step instructions. You can follow along with me. If you're not a member, you can just follow along with me anyway. If you want to, you can just listen. If you want, let's take a look. Yeah, we'll get started because it's almost 3:10. Is that good? Yeah? Okay. So I have my step-by-step prep this week. I printed it out because I needed to make some changes to it because there's some things that I had already bought pre-prepped, like sliced carrots or shredded carrots. I did that already. So I just wanted to cross it out so I wouldn't look at it. So the first thing I'm going to do is my very first meal, which is Kahlua pork. There is a meal in here that won't be prepped today, and that's the smoky chipotle salmon because it has 5 ingredients in it. And we don't prep salmon at a time, so plus it's 5 ingredients. It'll take you 2 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on my Kahlua pork. I have all of my salt, all of my ingredients over there that I'm hanging out. I'm going to be using. A friend of mine went to Maui last week, a few weeks ago, and brought me back some Hawaiian sea salt. Like all the way from Hawaii. Isn't that cool? Thanks, Joyce. So that's what I'll be using in my prep today. So this is also one of my favorite meals. It's Kahlua pork, and it's so easy. It's literally, I'm going to take this pork roast, and I'm going to toss it in my crock pot. I'm going to put salt all over it, and I have a little bit of bacon fat that I'm going to put on it, and then I'm going to let it go. And it's that simple. So if you are like, I don't have time for a bunch of meals, this one is one of my favorites. And it makes really good pulled pork sandwiches. It's delicious, chopped up on, let me take my ring off. Really delicious, chopped up, shredded, and put on a baked potato or on cabbage. Even better, like a head of coleslaw. So good. So I'm going to get this one going. Really easy. Pop right in the crock pot. Now, crock pot, a lot of people think a crock pot is for winter. It saves my sanity in the summer, too, because it's hot. Who wants to heat up their house? So I love my crock pot. So I use it a lot in the summer as well.
What kind of salt are you using, Orleatha?
This is Orleatha salt. It is Hawaiian red salt. So I had never seen this one before, but usually if I can't find the Hawaiian salt, I'll just use regular old sea salt. It's fine. So, but this one is, I'm excited to try it out on my pork. So it'll be fun. So what I'm doing right now is I'm stabbing my roast all over so that that salt gets in there. And then I'm going to just cover it with salt, like just cover it. So rub that in, top and bottom. And then I'm going to put a little bit of bacon fat on there. Well, not a little, a lot. I love bacon fat. Who doesn't, right?
And you can use, if you don't want to use bacon fat, you could use coconut oil or...
You could. You can totally use coconut oil. But if you're going to use those, if you're going to use like a plain oil, the reason that I use bacon fat is because of the smoky taste, that smoky flavor. That gives it that smoky flavor.
What crock pot are you using?
I'm using an actual crock pot. It's not a slow cooker. It's actually the crock pot. And I have two. That's how much I love crock pots, is because I have two of them. If I could have more, I probably would. And just have all my meals done. So I'm setting this on low, and I'm setting it for 3 hours per pound, and I'm just going to let it go. When it cools, I'm going to take it out of the crock pot and put it in a Ziploc bag. You can freeze it. It freezes really well. And I'll have it for the rest of the week. Done with meal number one. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is...
What kind of pork are you using?
I'm using a pork shoulder, or pork butt if you can't find a pork butt. Pork shoulder, pork butt, it's the same thing. Oh, another thing. If you are trying to get in and out of your kitchen faster, this is one of my favorite tools. It is a mandolin slicer. It works so well to get your onions sliced quickly. I do have my finger protector. I made the mistake of not doing that before. Not a good idea. I think I almost took off the tip of my finger thinking I could just slice the onions by hand. Didn't work out. What I'm doing right now is I'm just trying to grab some vinegar, and I am going to grab some vinegar and put it on my cutting board. And what that's going to do is it's going to make sure that I don't get those onion eyes. I don't know if you knew this, but just a little tablespoon of vinegar on your cutting board, and it will make sure you don't get onion eyes. So, well, my husband's going to grab some vinegar.
You've had a few people recently join her asking what recipes you're currently doing.
So the recipe I'm doing right now is the Kahlua pork. Well, I did right then was the Kahlua pork. And the way that we set up 20 dishes is that we don't prep in the traditional way. So the way that I used to do this, I'll give you a little bit of my background, just a little bit. When I was working full-time and trying to get my kids to school and trying to make sure that we had a healthy meal on hand all the time, I just couldn't figure out how to do that. So I thought meal prep. So I would get all these recipes, and then I would try to do them one at a time. One recipe done. One recipe done. And I was realizing this really isn't that efficient. It wasn't working out for me. So I have some friends who are actual chefs, and they say, they were like, you should prep ahead of time. And I'm like, I am prepping ahead of time. It's not working. But I didn't realize what they meant. So they taught me. I did ask. I'm like, well, what does that mean? And so they told me what to do to prep ahead of time, like a restaurant would. And so I started, of course, trial and error. I only messed up maybe 10 or 12 meals. And I started prepping and applying the things that I was learning from them, because I wanted to help other families get in and out of the kitchen faster. And so what 20 Dishes does is we give you the step-by-step, which is what I'm following right now, to get in and out of the kitchen faster. And it's because of course, all of my family had to eat my food too. Sorry. Just kidding. Really delicious. So that's where it came from. So I'm using recipes that are handpicked for their speed and their taste. Because it can taste good, but nobody wants to be in the kitchen forever. So we pick them for their speed and their deliciosity. Does that work?
It is now.
It is today. Okay.
I think we should have a giveaway while you're slicing onions.
Awesome. Everybody loves giveaways.
Right.
You're pretty thin on that. It's thin.
Yeah, we've got we're going to do 2 flash giveaways, and then we've got our big coconutty grand prize that we'll do towards the end of the webinar. So first, we are giving away 1 copy of my Cuckoo for Coconut Oil book, which is in its 3rd edition. It's not even released yet, so you guys are getting it before anybody else is getting it. So we're going to give away a copy of that and then a $25 gift certificate to Tropical Traditions, so you guys can get some coconut oil or coconut flour or whatever you need. So I guess we didn't decide what questions we were going to ask for this. So to enter, let us know. What do we want you to let us know? Kelly, help me out here.
What is your favorite brand of chocolate? Everybody loves chocolate.
Ooh, good one. Leave a comment in the chat box, and then we will select a winner here in a few minutes.
I mean, what goes better with coconut than chocolate? Extra chocolate? More chocolate? I think that was a good question. What's your favorite brand of chocolate?
I know.
What's yours?
I really like, I have like so many favorites. But the Theo chocolate. What about you, Jessica?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
What is your favorite chocolate? Yeah.
I can't eat chocolate, actually.
Oh!
It's a migraine trigger for me, so I am chocolate-free.
Oh, you travesty.
I know, it's pretty sad, let me tell you.
Oh, do you make something? Do you make something with, like, carob?
Carob. I actually really like the taste of carob. So, yeah, you can make, like, fudge. Pretty much any recipe that calls for cocoa powder or chocolate, I can kind of recreate with carob. So I do get to have my chocolatey fix, but just in the form of carob, not actual chocolate.
Wow.
I mean,
there's a lot of really cool stuff. You can see a couple Theos in there. Lint 85 Dark, that's good. Dove, good. Ritter Sport, oh, I could tear up some Ritter Sport Dark. Okay. You can tell that chocolate is not safe in my house. Kathy makes her own. She's a rock star.
Who's that?
Kathy, she makes homemade chocolate, of course, with coconut oil.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah, I used to make it, and then, yeah, I don't. Jennifer, I love the mint on that. I cannot keep that in my house.
Oh, I don't even know how do you make chocolate? Wow. Can we put that in 20 dishes?
It's easy. It's so simple. I have a couple recipes on my site, Girl Worth Saving.
It looks like there's a few other people out there that can't do chocolate either in some of the comments. So at least I'm not completely alone. So there's a couple of carob lovers.
Stephanie's asking, could someone tell her more about 20 dishes and how they sign up for the grocery list and menu planning, please?
So 20 dishes is at 20dishes.com. That's where we hang out. And we give you a meal plan, grocery list, shopping list, grocery shopping list, prep list, and recipes. And we give it to you every week. There's Paleo, which is what I'm preparing today. There's autoimmune paleo, the protocol for people who are following paleo, but autoimmune, which means no nightshades. And then there's vegetarian. And of course, I don't have to explain to you what vegetarian is. And then we just added classic, which is just real food. It's not following any specific type of diet. It's just real food. And so, and there's also gluten-free. So we have gluten-free as well.
The vegetarian diet is gluten-free also.
Right. And then also, our vegetarian is allergen-free, so we don't have any soy in it. So if you are staying away from soy, you can do that as well. Also, if you sign up today, there's a coupon code that we're going to tell you about later. What's the coupon code, Kelly? It's Coconut Mama?
Mama. And when you sign up, we actually have a ebook. It's called The Make Ahead Miracle, and the book teaches. And Lisa said, "Are your meals AIP?" Yes, we do have an AIP meal plan. But the Make Ahead Miracle, it's paleo gluten-free, and it has 20 slow cooker dinner recipes in it. And we basically give you the recipes and the step-by-step and the grocery lists in this book. And when you sign up today, you get that book for free. And the code for that is Coconut Mama. All lowercase. Coconut Mama, one word. I'll type it right now.
And you also get 7 days free as well. So even if you just want to check it out, you get 7 days free anyway. So what do you have to lose? Other than you can lose all the time you've been came to your kitchen.
Right. I think a lot of people don't. A lot of people, when they come to Real Food, that's why we created 20 dishes, was because it's so labor intensive. It's so hard to prepare your meals from scratch. And it takes about, I mean, we've had members who have spent 4 hours a week prepping real food for their family. To go from that to 60 minutes, I mean, that's 3 hours. If you want, go have some alone time. Go out and see nature. Enjoy your family.
Oh, what's that like?
I know. And so we'll actually show you a walkthrough of the dashboard so you can see what you get when you sign up. So what are you working on now, Miracle?
So now I've just finished the carrots. I bought shredded carrots, and so I don't have to shred those. But if I didn't, I would just toss them in the food processor. I also bought baby carrots for the honey rosemary carrots. So good. Those are really good. And then now I'm going to peel my potatoes, pop them in this bowl. Now, a lot of people tell me or ask me, how do you know, that you can store or peel which vegetables ahead of time? So, like I said, I asked a few of my chef friends, but also in the grocery store, what's already cut up ahead of time. You know, you can kind of get some ideas of what's there ahead of time or what you can do ahead of time just by perusing the grocery store and seeing what they've done there. It's kind of all in front of you, and it's like, wow, I didn't even pay attention to that. So that's another way to figure out what you can prep ahead of time. So I'm just doing my potatoes right now. Now, to keep your potatoes from going brown, you just submerge them in water, and they won't go brown. Cover them in water. Pretty easy. Absolutely was so exciting when they said potatoes were paleo. That was one of the things that I missed. Who doesn't love a good potato?
You can, if you're not eating potatoes, obviously you can sub sweet potatoes.
Right. Totally adjustable. And that's another thing I like about the site is that if you want to swap out a recipe, let's say we give you some recipe and you're like, I don't like potatoes or whatever, you can use our database of hundreds of recipes and add whatever recipe you want. And that recipe that will not only get added, but it will also adjust your shopping list and your step-by-step prep list to whatever recipe you add. So it will put that in there for you, which is kind of cool. No matter what recipe you add, you got the step-by-step prep for it. We also have our Facebook group. They've given us a lot of suggestions, which I'm so excited for. And so we've implemented a lot of new stuff. So we do like to feel like we serve you guys really well.
Asking if our vegetarian meals are vegan or easy to veganize. I mean, the ones that I've ordered.
You could sub like coconut milk for it's lacto ovo, so we do include dairy and eggs in the vegetarian plans. But you can sub coconut milk or a non-dairy milk for some of the milk ingredients. For eggs, that could be a little bit trickier, but eggs they don't make up a large amount of what we've entered. So
yeah,
really, most of them are going to be egg-free.
We don't have a lot of eggs at all.
And all of our recipes are pretty clean eating recipes. We don't do, because again, we're teaching people how to prep a week of meals. We're not really teaching people how to prep desserts. It's all pretty, like, you could easily say that most of our recipes are like fall into like a Whole30 type perspective. And you can pick more than one meal plan. I'll go ahead and show you the back end. What are you working on right now, Orleatha?
Now I'm just getting ready to chop up my bell pepper. But I did want to show you a cool little trick that I learned. You guys probably already did this. But instead of cutting straight through the top and then having to seed, I cut around the top, and then you pull all the seeds out, and you don't have to seed the pepper. So, kind of cool.
Thanks, hon. What kind of knife are you using?
I am using a pure Komachi high-def coated carbon stainless steel knife that I got from Costco in a set, and it came with this one too. I really like these knives. They're really fun. So, okay, you can show them now. I just wanted to see if maybe that was fun. I like doing little kitchen tricks that make life a little easier.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen really quickly while you're working on that.
So all the people who are in Periscope, Kelly is sharing a back end of 20 dishes right now. So if you want to see it, you can hop on to the 20 dishes webinar.
And so this is basically the dashboard that we have for members. You can see, you can go into options, you can adjust serving size. So if you're just one person, you can have all of your recipes scaled to 1, and it goes up to what, 20?
Yeah, in case you have a really big family.
If you got a really big family, we got you covered.
Or you know what else I like to tell people too is that if you want to double it and then have 2 weeks at once, you can totally go up to 8 if you're family of 4, and then you have the right amounts.
Right. And so you can see we've got paleo, we have an AIP diet, gluten-free, vegetarian, classic. You can select all of these, and you will get all of the meal plans every week. If you just want 2, you can select 2. You are free to select that. And you just go ahead and hit save. Where your meal plans are is in the plan area. You can click this little button. You'll see what's in the recipe. If you don't like something for some reason, you can remove the recipe by clicking the X. And then you can click this little cross thing, and then you can select recipes that you do want to add. There's 2 spinaches in here. We'll have to clean that up. But say you're looking for something with mushrooms in it. Then you just type in mushrooms, and all the recipes that have mushrooms in it will show up. And you can go ahead, like this chicken marsala looks good. You click that, it tells you what's in it, and then you can go ahead and add it to your plan. And the prep will be adjusted, which tells you exactly what to do to get in and out of the kitchen, and the recipe, how much for each recipe, and then your shopping list right here. It also adjusts.
I'm chopping parsley. Oh, this is cilantro. Just kidding. Finished up the parsley.
Cilantro. And then if you have anything else that you need to get from the store, you just write it in here. And then when you hit print, it will, you can print the recipes if you don't have them. You can print the step-by-step. You have all these options here. And then you hit print, and then print it out and take it with you to the store. And that does all your grocery shopping for the week, and along with the step-by-step prep. We also have a Facebook community, and we're very interactive with our Facebook community, and we always ask, what can we do that would make this easier for you? We're really interested in making this meal plan fit for our members and their lifestyle. So if a lot of the changes we've made to streamline this and make this site easier have been the result of our members telling us, and then we go ahead and implement it. So, do you want to take the winner, Jessica?
Yeah, I was going to say I'll announce the winner here in just 1 second. I think we have some questions about what all's included. So when you sign up for the membership, we provide you a weekly menu and all of the different, paleo, AIP, gluten-free, everything, and then you can choose which ones you want to use for that week or just one. And then you'll also get the step-by-step instructions for that menu that you choose, and you'll get your shopping list, which you can customize if you need to customize it. And then you can also alter your menu. So if you didn't want to have pork that week, you could select a new recipe, and then that updates your shopping list and your step-by-step prep. So you get all of that. And if you don't want to use our pre-made menus, you can create your own menus too. So you're not completely tied into ours, but the goal of the menus is to help you guys save time and get in and out of the kitchen really fast. So we're doing all the heavy lifting for you and telling you exactly what you need to do so you can get done super fast. So hopefully that helps. I know there were some questions on there. We're trying to answer questions on the chat as quickly as we can. So if we've missed some of you guys, ask us again and we'll try to get to them. So we have to announce the winner for the chocolate giveaway, and that was Megan, and her answer was, is it Guitard, Guitard? I've never heard of that.
I've never tried that. That's quite
so we may have to check that one out for those of us that can eat chocolate. But Megan, if you'll email us at 20dishes@gmail.com, we will send you over your gift certificate and your copy of the ebook. So congratulations. And then I think we're going to do another flash giveaway here in a few minutes. So
let's check it.
So right now I'm making the Asian marinated grilled chicken, which is on this week's menu. And so what I'm going to do is make the marinade and then pour it over the chicken and let the chicken freeze. That way as it thaws, it marinates. And then when I get that chicken in the, under the grill this week, it's going to be perfectly marinated. I don't have to do anything to it. And I'd have to wait for 2 hours and marinate, which is what it says. I have to marinate for 2 hours if you're going to do it from scratch. So that's all I'm doing right now is making that up. You'll notice that there is mise en place behind me, which basically means that I set all my seasonings out that I'm going to need before I salt. Because I don't know about you, but I absolutely hate when I get started and I'm like, oh, I don't have any whatever. So that is why I lay it out before. It also helps you move faster because you're not like rifling through the cabinets trying to find something and then only to realize that you don't have it. So that's what I am doing right now. And then I will pour it over my chicken. One thing too about doing this marinade in advance is besides having really flavorful chicken, it just makes it easier to have not just chicken every single day. Because I don't know about you, but when I have chicken same chicken, sea salt, pepper, some herbs and spices, then it gets kind of boring. So I try to spice it up a little bit for my family with different types of chicken, different types of preparations.
So how many meals have you prepped so far?
Wow, I'm almost done. That's what's scary.
What?
I know.
Yeah,
I'm so close to being done that I'm going to go through the meals.
Okay.
The salmon will be done this week. I'll cook it when it's ready to be cooked. I've already done Kahlua pork. I've done the onions for my slow cooker pepperoncini beef. And that will go in the crock pot when it's done. I've done the ginger stir fry, the garlic, cabbage, and carrot slaw. That didn't come out right, but I've done it. And since I used prepared carrots, I didn't need to shred those. I didn't need to. I'm using baby carrots for my honey rosemary carrots. I cut up the potatoes for the balsamic new potatoes. And I am going to, I did the parsley already. I've done the cilantro and put that's here as well. Now since they look alike, I kind of labeled those bags. Remember, always label your bags. I didn't do the poblano pepper because I have different type of pepper that I'm going to use. I I don't really like poblano peppers, so I can use a different one. And that's perfectly fine. If you don't like something, you don't have to use it. I did not do the mushrooms because my husband hates those.
Thank you.
So I don't put those in.
My husband mushrooms too.
Really?
Yes.
That's weird. I love them. I don't need to remove the sides from my sugar snap peas because they came that way, which is great. And right now I'm doing the Asian marinated chicken. And then I will do the quicken chicken, the nectarine chicken, and the crock pot chicken tacos, and I'm done.
I'm having a lot of chicken this week.
I know. Well, we're having a big roast. We got Paleo pork already here. My husband said it sounded like a lot of chicken this week, but we're not.
You know, someone asked about the app issue, and I'm still kind of confused about that. Like, I know that you can view us on the mobile phone, but right now you can't search for recipes, I think. Is that it?
So you search for recipes. That's the only thing you can't do right now. Everything else you can do.
You guys don't have an app.
Yeah, we don't have an app yet.
Yeah, we're hoping to develop that to where you can have full functionality. So there is some, you can view the site and everything on your mobile device, but you're not going to be able to have full functionality like you would if you were using just a regular browser.
Right.
And
Working on it.
I saw someone asked about seasonability, like can you cook? And one of the things that we are working on, and I'm going to screen share one more time, is there's this little function right here where if you're looking for a specific category, like slow cooker meal, then you can go ahead and select that and hit search. And I think we're going to be working on the seasonability. What are we going to do? If not, I'll add it to our to-do list. So you can see all of the different slow cooker recipes. And one thing also is once you select your diet here, say that I'm only going to be doing a vegetarian, you're only going to see vegetarian recipes pop up.
So what I'm making right now is the quicken chicken, since I just finished up the Asian marinated chicken. Now, I'm a jar junkie. My husband laughs at me, but I think they come in so handy, especially when it comes to seasonings and sauces. So I'm going to put the sauce for the quicken chicken here, and it's already labeled with some nice painter's tape, so that should come right off, or it comes right off. And then when it's time to make it this week, I just pour it over and I'm done. Kind of like buying those jarred ones, only this one is clean. So I'm going to get the things together for that. I'm going to make that up really quickly. I also, one other tip is to have several sets of measuring spoons when you're doing this. That way you're not trying to rinse out and dry off and clean and do all that while you are trying to get your recipe together. So.
Okay, let's do another flash giveaway real quick, since Orleatha is so speedy and she's like going to be done here in a minute. So we're going to do another one. It's going to be another $25 gift certificate to Tropical Traditions and another copy of my ebook, Cuckoo for Coconut Oil. So we want to know how much time you're currently spending prepping food. I mean, per week for your family. So the reason that we developed these dishes in the first place was because we saw a need in our community to cut down that prep time, because we were finding that a lot of people wanted to start eating, real food or paleo or traditional or just healthier foods, but they were getting really overwhelmed with how much time it was taking to prep. So, we've had reports of people spending like 15 hours a week prepping food. I mean, who can do that? So how many hours per week are you guys currently spending? And then we'll go ahead and draw the winner for this flash giveaway here in a few minutes.
I would like to hear some of those. So if you guys can read them off like that. I'm always amazed at how much time I used to spend in the kitchen. Like, I seriously used to feel like I was married to my kitchen. Like, I'm never going to get out of here. So I want to hear some of those too.
Right, and I think that one thing we should explain is like we're basically giving you the step-by-step to prep your week of meals. Some of them are going to be cooked, some are not going to be cooked. Right. So
right.
You're still going to have right. So some of them you're going to throw in an oven. You're not going to have to do anything. It's going to be done. You're just going to put it in the pan and let it actually cook on the day that you eat.
And some things taste better obviously not prepped completely ahead of time. And some things, for instance, I think we can all agree that meatloaf tastes better the next day.
It
It tastes better. So when I have meatloaf on the prep list, I have you prep the whole entire meatloaf today, cook it, and then toss it in the freezer or in the refrigerator for the week because it's gonna taste better. It's just gonna taste better, you know.
Right.
Yeah. Oh boy, Laura is spending 20 hours.
Wow.
Whoa, Laura.
A week?
We can help you cut that down.
Wow.
Gosh, I do remember.
Hours.
I remember feeling that way, and you feel like you just want to give up. You're just like, forget it. Where's the drive-through?
Exactly.
Right.
You don't want anybody to. So I remember that feeling. Whew. I was like, oil up was pretty paleo, right?
Interesting. Lorraine said when she used 20 dishes for the first time, it took her about 2 hours. But if she doesn't, it's more like 8 hours.
Wow.
Wow.
Week. That's awesome. Wow. Thank you for sharing that, Lorraine.
That's crazy. I'm so glad we can help you because I really think that by doing this, we're helping not just, you know, us, but our families, and we're making sure that we raise healthy kids. To me, is amazing, and healthy people are nicer people, I found.
I don't like people.
And I don't know if everybody saw it, and I apologize. I think it was Karen. If I'm wrong, just hit the chat box and let me know. But at the very beginning, I think it was Karen said that she had been using 20 dishes for several months, and she had lost, I think, 70 pounds. So
Wow.
Awesome. Absolutely fantastic.
God, that's amazing.
That's huge.
That is awesome. Wow.
Wow.
I tear up a little bit. That is so cool. Thank you so much for.
And I apologize if I got the name wrong. One of our audience members had lost that much weight. So if you're still on here, chat in the chat box so we know for sure that I named the right person.
That is so awesome.
Barry said that Jessica is the girl we're saving.
That's actually Kelly. I'm the Delicious Obsessions girl.
Jessica is the queen at Delicious Obsessions, and I am the girl behind the girl we're saving.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and draw the winner. Hang tight.
What are you doing right now, Jessica?
Right now, I just finished the sauce for the quicken chicken. So instead of whisking it in a bowl and then pouring it in, I just put it all in a jar and shake it. Or I have my kids come in and shake it. They like to do that too. All done. So now I'm going to do the next one, which is the nectarine chicken. And I think the nectarine chicken is even shorter. So, yep. All right, let me grab that jar. Move these things out of the way. Okay,
so the winner for the second flash giveaway is Chauncey, and he had commented, or she, I'm so sorry, that they're spending 14 to 20 hours per week. So people spend a lot of time prepping. So
that's
a part-time job.
Great. I was just going to say, somebody should be paying you. I was going to say, too, the thing about this is also during the week, it still only it takes me about 20, maybe 25 minutes at the most to get dinner on the table. And I mean dinner on the table. Not like, oh, I walked in the door and it's now I got to go spend an hour in the kitchen after being on the freeway, stuck in traffic after a long day at work. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody.
It's like, let's go out to eat.
Right.
Now, think about it. If you are trying to be real food, I understand, going out to eat. Come on. We're all going to go out to eat. But, if you're on a budget, because real food is, more expensive than the standard American diet in a lot of ways, you're spending so much more money than you would if you had a home-cooked meal. And oftentimes my husband is so picky now He's used to it all the time, so if we go out to eat, it's like, yes, I get a break from having to cook and prep and stuff, but that's what 20 Dishes does, and he likes it.
Right. And my recipes that I get out of 20 Dishes, my kids eat. So, kid tested. And they eat them, so, that's even better. All right, that's the end of that one. All done. With nectarine chicken.
What kind of tape is that you use that comes off easily?
A little painter's tape.
And so what are you going to do? You're going to pour that over the chicken, or what? How does that work?
So this one is actually what this is what I'll do for that recipe. So this is a really good example. So I've done what I'm going to pour over the chicken, but also on the day of, I need to slice nectarines, and I don't want those to go brown and get kind of gross, so I don't slice those ahead of time. So all I'll have to do that day is take my chicken out, salt and pepper, slice some nectarines, put it on there, pour that in, put it in the oven. Done. So that is even easier.
So do we give a monetary breakdown for the meals? Like, how much did you spend on the groceries for this?
So this week's groceries, I spent $160. I think it was like $163 this week for my family of 4. And we always have leftovers. So it's not just dinner, but my husband usually has lunch to take to work the next day too. So it makes sure that he has food as well. So I have saved so much money. On average, we probably save from what we used to do, we probably save between $300 or $400 a month. Because we used to just, I didn't know. Or stuff would go bad, and that's even worse. I would hate when things would go bad. But now I know I can plan it, I use it that day, I prep it, and it's good for that week. And that's perfect. So I don't spend, and I'm in LA, so when people say, oh yeah, you only spend $8 because you're in, Hoboken, wherever. I'm like, no, I'm in LA where stuff is not cheap. So if I'm only spending however much, then it's pretty average. And it's not like, and I'm, not like I have a farmer and any of that. It's just my usual grocery bill. So what I'm making right now is crock pot chicken tacos. And so this is the last thing. I'm going to do all the spices for that because I don't know about you. When I'm trying to get dinner done, I just don't want to look for spices. Plus, when you make taco spice, which is empty right now, this is my taco spice jar, then I don't have to go buy those packets. I can just take this and put it on stuff and I'm done. And I know it's in it. So I am going to make that up really quickly. And then that is actually the last recipe that I need to make. So I'm done. And I did it in so far 30 minutes. 30 minutes in.
Hey, Orleatha, someone said, what are you doing for side dishes?
So our meal plans come with side dishes. So I'm prepping, actually right now, some of the side dishes I'm already prepping and some I'm not. So some that, like the potatoes are a side dish. The red onions are for one of the coleslaw side dishes. The bell peppers are for the stir fry. So each of the meal plans comes with a main dish and a side dish. And if it needs to be prepped ahead or it can be prepped ahead, then that's what I give you the instructions for as well.
And
these tacos, though, my side dish with these tacos, I'm going to put these in one of the wraps, one of the recipes for a wrap. And I'm going to serve it that way. My kids love those. And if I just didn't want to make wraps, then I could also take it and just put it in some leaf lettuce, like romaine lettuce. That works as well. How do you serve your tacos, Kelly?
What do I serve on them? Salsa.
Well, how do you?
Like what wraps? What are you talking about?
Yeah, what do you put on your, what do you use? Do you use wraps too?
You know what? I don't normally do wraps. I usually just do lettuce because, I just want to save more time. And so I will do lettuce, sometimes just a salad, and put, my meat on it with salsa. I do eat dairy, so some sour cream, some guacamole, and that's how we do it. That's how we roll. And
I love guacamole.
Jessica has, an incredible We just got some feedback from some of our members about Jessica's moist and delicious taco meat recipe.
Oh, that crock pot one?
That one is crazy good.
That one's crazy good. And it's easy. Just throw it on the crock pot.
And you throw it in your crock pot, you come home. Someone's asking about breakfast and lunches. It is something that we are going to be rolling out. It probably will not be this year. I'm thinking it's going to be in the beginning of next year. So January we will roll out a breakfast and a lunch menu too. Because again, like our whole process, everything that we do for the site is time-based. We want you to get in and out of the kitchen so you can enjoy your life. You can eat healthy, delicious meals. You can enjoy your life. No one should be spending 14 hours prepping a week.
Right. I swear I used to do that. I did. And I was like, I can't do this. I used to, like, spin forever. And I was like, if I don't get out of this kitchen, I'm going to kill somebody. I had to figure out a way to make it faster. I couldn't. So I'm glad that it's working out for you guys.
And someone asked about the long-term storage for potatoes. You just keep them.
So, long-term storage of potatoes. The day of, what day are we having potatoes? We are having potatoes at the end of the week. You can store potatoes for 5 to 6 days in water. Now, I would not store them any other way, or else I would, I would not store them any longer than that. I would freeze them. Freeze potatoes, and they actually cook a little bit faster when you freeze them because they've had time to thaw, and the water crystals that are in the potato break down those cell walls a little bit, so it makes them softer, kind of like hash browns, and that's why they can freeze those. So if you're going to use these potatoes, I would definitely use them within 5, maybe 6 days. And if it's going to be longer than that, like if you get to that day and you're like, oh, I don't want potatoes, just drain them and freeze them, and you'll be fine.
Right. So what did someone say? Oh, the Trim Healthy Mama plan. I've never heard of that.
It's really popular right now, and we can definitely make notes anytime anybody expresses interest and gives us suggestions on things that we can do better. We always listen to you guys. So there's been a couple people that have asked about the Trim Healthy Mama on this. We'll definitely make a note of that and see if that's something that we could offer in the future. We don't have any plans to do that right now, but if we get a ton of interest in it, it could potentially be something that we offer. So definitely keep those suggestions coming. If you've got ideas or things that you think could make the service better, let us know, because we do our absolute best to make this work for you. So
I've never heard of Trim Healthy Mama, so I'd be interested too. I want to be a Trim Healthy Mama.
Do you freeze the potatoes raw?
Yes, you do. If you're going to freeze them raw. Freeze your potatoes raw. So as you can see, I am cleaning up because I'm done.
Orleatha, I know this is a little bit different, but can you actually put all the stuff you prepped on your island?
Yeah, hold on one second. I will make some moving.
So you got all that done in about probably 40 minutes, maybe, because I know we were doing a lot of talking. So
we started at 3:10.
I mean, I spent 40 minutes trying to figure out what to cook, much less getting something done.
Amen. Yes.
Let's go ahead and do the last giveaway since Orleatha is.
We are Pat. We are going to have a Q&A right after we do this last giveaway, so we're going to try to answer as many questions as possible. So let's go ahead and do the giveaway though. For the grand prize, and of course we didn't figure out what question we're going to ask. So Kelly, what should the question be for? No pressure.
What's Orleatha's husband's name?
You know what? I think that what would be really interesting to us is if we were to roll out a breakfast or lunch meal plan, which one would you want? The first. Right.
So tell us.
Breakfast. That way we know where to focus our energy first.
Exactly. Tell us. Tell us what you would prefer more, breakfast or a lunch meal plan. And then this grand prize is pretty awesome. So it's a quart of coconut oil, virgin coconut oil from Tropical Traditions, a bag of your coconut flour, which is my favorite coconut flour. It's so good. a $50 gift certificate to Tropical Traditions so you can get more stuff, and then a copy of my Cuckoo for Coconut Oil ebook, which has recipes and all sorts of information about the health benefits of coconut oil and that kind of stuff. So go ahead and let us know which you would prefer, breakfast or lunch for our next meal plan. I figured breakfast would probably win out because I think people are always kind of struggling in the morning to figure out what they're going to eat for breakfast. So
scared that there's like over 100,000 members of the Trim Healthy Mama meal plan or diet. I've never, we can always reach out to them and see if they'd love to partner with us because we would love to help. Again, like our end goal is really to give you guys freedom to spend time doing what you want to do, which is not cutting and cooking and chopping vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants to do that. So really quickly, here's what I've done already. I'll run through the list again, or what I've done not even so far. I'm done. I did my Kahlua pork is in the crock pot, and then I did the peppercini beef, the onions for that. That is like that's probably my second favorite recipe for ease, and it's delicious. But it's got like 5 ingredients in it, including onions. So I did the onions for that. The garlic is already ready for that. I did the red onions for my slaw and my nectarine chicken. I washed, peeled, and sliced my carrots. Those are over here. I have shredded carrots already. Baby carrots are in the refrigerator. I got my potatoes back there chopped for my pan-fried balsamic meat potatoes. My ginger stir-fry, the bell peppers ready for the stir-fry. Let's see. Mushrooms I'm leaving out because my husband hates them.
Love you.
But if I did, you can buy sliced mushrooms or you can follow this and slice them yourself. I did the parsley for my cabbage slaw. I did the cilantro for my cabbage slaw and my tacos. I'm probably going to put some of that over there. The poblano pepper, I use a different pepper and it's already cut up. And then I don't need to do the sugar snap peas because they came already peeled equally. This is the H&M marinated chicken. Right here, chicken breast. And then the quicken chicken, the sauce for that's done. The nectarine chicken sauce is done. And I did the seasoning for the crock pot tacos, chicken tacos back here. Put it all together already. So that's done too. I'm all done.
Awesome. And like again, you get some people have asked, they weren't on when I was showing how you can scale the meal plan to the servings that you want. So if you have a family of 8, you can scale our recipes to 8 people. And Lorraine left the sweetest comment about 20 dishes and how it's truly helped her prep and get out of the kitchen and help her free her from her kitchen pretty much. So thanks for sharing that, Lorraine. That was really, I know that Orleatha and Jessica and I really appreciate getting that feedback.
Yeah, we love actually knowing that we're helping people to get in and out of the kitchen and to eat healthy food, eat good food. I mean, how much better as a nation would we be if everybody was healthy and vibrant and happy, or just so much better. So that's our job, our goal is to do that for you.
So
okay, so let me choose a winner real quick, and then we can dive into the Q&A. Let's see. Bear with me.
It looks like breakfast is the winner. I saw so many breakfasts. So that's up next.
Cool. I have make ahead breakfast, so that we can totally do.
Okay, so the winner of the grand prize is Mary Rita. She voted for breakfast as well. So Mary Rita, please email us at 20dishes@gmail.com, and we will send you over your prize. So your book, we'll also need your shipping address because we're going to be sending you a bag of coconut flour and some virgin coconut oil as well. So 20dishes@gmail.com.
Congrats.
Awesome. Congratulations. Sorry, it was a
If you guys have any more questions, just please put them in here. We're happy to answer.
No, I'm going to check Periscope really quickly if people don't mind. Awesome. Cool. No questions there. And I know that there's a delay, so if we don't answer your question right now, give us a few seconds and we will answer it.
Let me scroll back through and see. We tried to answer as many as possible, and I know we probably missed some. So if we didn't answer your question, throw it in the chat box so we can make sure that we get that answered for you.
I'm going to go ahead and just open my window here.
Kelly, can you share the details about the coupon code again, too? I know there was a few people that said they tuned in late and they didn't hear the coupon code info.
Sure. You know what? I will share that. And then there's a question from Sandra about her concern is chopping up vegetables day before and losing nutrients. So you can let me do the book. So basically, right now, for Coconut Mama, coupon code is Coconut Mama, all lowercase, one word. It's good for the week, so it expires on Friday. And what it does is right now when you sign up for 20 dishes, you get a free 7-day trial. So you can try us out, no obligation during that 7 days. And you also can get with that coupon code our book, The Make Ahead Miracle. And it's a free paleo slow cooker book that teaches people how to prep 20 slow cooker dishes. Basically, I know you can get it done in about 2 hours. If you're a ninja like Orleatha, you could probably get it done in 30 minutes. But for me, it would probably take me 3 hours. So, but you'll have 20 slow cooker freezer meals for pretty much the month. So if you don't want to cook, you know that it's in there. You just take it out and dump it in your slow cooker, and you're done for the day. So if you use that coupon code Coconut Mama, you get that. And so, Orleatha, do you want to address that one question?
Sure. So a lot of people worry about losing nutrients. And it really depends. The more nutrients that you lose would be from leafy green vegetables. Onions, you're still going to have all of the, most of the beneficial properties of onions left in place. Another thing that people have asked, and I know this might come up too, is can you cut your onions in advance? Yes, you can. It's perfectly safe. As long as you practice safe handling, you're fine with cutting your onions in advance. Carrots don't lose a lot of nutrients. Potatoes won't lose as many nutrients because they're submerged in water. It's usually when it's air that breaks down and causes some of the nutrients to, what is it called when they break down and go away? When you're taking what is it when you drink green tea and they tell you you're drinking it for free radical? I don't know. I can't remember the word right now. My biology brain is turned off and my cooking brain was turned on. So. I don't know if you guys knew this, if we told you before, but I used to teach biology. It's my favorite subject ever. So if you want to get me started on a science rant, let's go. It's so fun. My husband's like, I don't do that. So you won't lose as many nutrients because I don't usually recommend chopping up leafy green vegetables in advance. I will only chop certain vegetables in advance. So hope that answers.
Sorry. Catherine, she represents Abundance Harvest Organics in California. Are the recipes plant-based, paleo? So I think she's looking for paleo vegetarian recipes. Is that correct, Catherine?
If that's the case, then no, we're not paleo vegetarian. It's paleo, which includes meat, vegetarian. It does not. Our vegetarian meals don't have soy. They don't have. They do have grain, but they don't have soy.
Right, and it's gluten-free. I mean, it's
right.
It's not like in our classic. We do have grain. So if you eat whole wheat, if you eat legumes, if you eat, again, we're very real food oriented. But in the classic does include real food in it. So. But we don't have I think it's called Pegan. Is that what it's called? Like
I think so.
Or I can't remember.
I think that's what it is. But no, we don't have that. But you know what did come from this, the last webinar was when someone said, did we have a vegetarian option? And we thought, let's add it. So that's where that came from. So if you can give us information, we can look.
I'm going to check this. Some people are having issues with the coupon code. I'm going to check it right now to make sure everything is working. So give me 1 second.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so Kelly's going to check on the coupon code just to make sure it's working. It looks like a couple of people were having problems maybe entering it at checkout. So let's see. I had seen a couple.
All one word, lowercase, coconut mama. All one word, no spaces.
You never know what happened. I'm going to check it.
Of this, I know a lot of people had kind of tuned in late, and so they missed the first part of it. So there will be a replay. We'll be emailing that out either tonight or tomorrow morning, probably. So you'll be able to watch it again whenever we send that out. Let's see. Let me scan real quick and see. I know we probably missed more questions. I know a couple people had asked about whether or not we recommend buying all organic, and that seems to be kind of a popular question. When it comes to organic, it really depends on what you can afford. So everybody's budget is different, and there's a lot of kind of purists out there who think that every single item that you bring into your house needs to be organic. But you know what? That's not feasible for everyone. So our motto is do the best you can with the budget that you have. So buy the best quality food you can that your budget allows, and then don't stress over it. If you can't buy everything organic, if you can't buy 100% grass-fed meats, don't stress out. Just do the best you can. I do recommend, if you can, to at least focus on the dirty dozen produce items. Those are the items that have the most pesticide residues on them, and the Environmental Working Group site has a list. They update it every year. And I will share the link here in the chat. I've already shared it a little bit earlier. But if you're not familiar with what the Dirty Dozen is, you can check out their site. And they even have a little shopping guide. So, like, I know cucumbers are on there. I think celery is on there. I can't remember what else. But if you can just buy those items organic, then you can buy everything else conventional. But honestly, it comes down to just doing what you can afford to do with what you have and not stressing out about it. Your diet doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to do everything perfectly. Just don't stress out. So hopefully
I even found organic stuff at the 99-cent store. So if you're like, I have to shop at this particular place, and I'm like, I found organic lettuce, like the organic lettuce at the 99-cent store, and it was 99 cents. And I was like, oh my gosh, too bad I can't produce lettuce. Because I could have like totally gotten all of it if I could have kept it longer than, that week. But if you look at different places, you can also find, you can usually find it in different places as well.
We are having an issue with the shopping cart theme. I'm trying to fix it. It's not giving people the area where they can put the discount code.
Well, that's not nice.
I know. So if you have just signed up, please email us that you signed up, and we'll send you the book while I work on this, just so people know. I'm going to have to probably spend a little bit more time on this.
We love of the fun parts of being a digital company. Yeah. Difficulties.
Stuff is always fun. There's always something.
So, if we don't have any more questions, it's 4:08. Oh, we do.
What day of the week are your meal plans sent out?
The meal plans are not sent out. So just so that I want to just be really clear, I don't want you to look for an email if you sign up. As soon as you sign up and you register for the site, you get access to the site and they will be there. You can they're there already. So you don't have to look for an email or think you missed it. It's automatically put up. And they go up on Friday so that you can go grocery shopping on Saturday and prep on Sunday if you want. So that way you have the whole week already ready. You also have access to last week's meal plan, so that if you wanted to do last week and this week or something like that, you can always go do that if you're looking for more than 1 week. It's already there. Also, somebody did ask what was in the taco seasoning. I'll tell you, there was a bunch of, well, Jessica, yours is a little bit different than the one we're doing this week. It is salt, pepper, chili powder, cumin, paprika, garlic powder, cayenne, oregano, and then there will be chilies and salsa that go in, and and some lime juice that go into the crock pot with the chicken and lets it cook all down and get in there and become delicious. So I will season my chicken with that seasoning, toss it in the crock pot and some salsa, and I will and some chilies and a lime. I'll serve it in some lettuce or in a wrap if I feel like making.
Sorry for talking over you, Orleatha.
No worries.
Sorry.
The code might be working. Lynn Weber said they put the code in and it works just fine.
Oh. Well, I will just double check. But when you sign up for 20 dishes and try us out, and again, it's free for 7 days. You can try us out, see how we work. Right now, we're giving you this book for free. So once you log in, you're automatically redirected to a page that shares more information about it, and then you just put that code in add it to your cart, and it'll pop up an order form, and then put the code in there. And I'm on with the tech people trying to make sure that that area is there for everybody.
Perfect.
Crystal has a question. I'm not sure I am understanding what she's asking. Will the system allow me to pick only 5 meals for the week? So the calendar is a full 7 days, so you could create a full 7-day menu, or you could use one of our pre-made menus that we give you. And you could do multiple entrees. I mean, if you wanted to do more than 1 entree per day, you could definitely customize it like that. The menus are really, it's kind of just a drag and drop kind of thing. So you can switch things around and really customize it to fit your own needs.
And then if you're anything like me, forget what you cooked, you prepped. So you print out your week's meals. This is mine for the week, and it's sitting on the refrigerator so that I can just go, okay, today I need to do a little pork. Oh, tomorrow's marinated chicken. Pull it out of the freezer. You know, that kind of thing. So that is also part of what you get when you print it out. So if you want to do the printout of just the plan, you can do that as well. Again, if you have a digital or if you're going to have it on your tablet, last time we did this, I did it on with the iPad. And so I didn't have to print anything out. So that was kind of nifty. But I am the kind of person who will forget what was in the refrigerator. So I keep this on my refrigerator so I can easily, without even having to think about it, make it a no-brainer, and just pull out whatever it is that's next. So that's there too. Okay.
And I think a lot of people, like if you log in, you can see how the meal, I mean, you can, someone asked him, you put 20 meals on your meal plan? Yes, you can. You can add 20 different recipes to your week if you don't want some, and I'll go ahead and do another screen share really quick. So this is a vegetarian meal plan, so if you wanted, you could take off these meals here just by clicking this X and deleting meals on days. You can go here and you can, what?
That actually answers, let's see, it was Crystal. So Crystal, yes, you could do a 5-day menu if you, like, say you were not going to be home on Saturday and Sunday and you didn't want meals for that day, you could just remove them from your menu and just do your 5 days or 6 days or 3 days or whatever you needed for that week.
And another thing that right here, when we share the new meal plan in this My Menu area, this is where you will, like if it's Friday, it's still going to show you the current week. You actually have to go here and go to, it'll say next week on Friday. And you get basically the previous week of menus and you get this week of menus. So you have 2 weeks in here.
All right. So, sorry, I was periscoping. While you guys are showing that, I wanted to show people on Periscope your screen as well. So, just in case, if you do have more questions, if you have any questions, you can even send them to us if you need to. You don't have to, stay here and listen, stay on here and say, okay, what more questions? If they pop up, you can always email us.
Yeah.
Yeah, the email address, I'll put it in the chat again. So if you have questions or if you ordered and you didn't get your book, let us know. Just shoot us @gmail.com and we can help you out. And yeah, Jennifer, so every time you make an adjustment to your menu, it auto-adjusts the step-by-step prep and your shopping list. So everything, it works as magic.
Someone consider the tech dude magic. All right, so then if we don't have anything else, or first, thanks all for coming out, hanging out, and hopefully we'll see you guys around the 20 Dishes community. Have fun. Thanks, ladies.
And just to let people know, we will be sending a replay of this and all of our past webinars, which we do every 2 months, right? We do a webinar?
Every 2 or 3 months.
2 to 3, yeah.
The webinar. Those are always available to our members. We have an area on the site where you can watch all of the past webinars to see that.
And we also have a video library that shows people how to prep faster too. Different things like chopping onions faster, cauliflower rice, that kind of thing. So that's awesome and helpful too.
So have a beautiful
All right, ladies.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye.